Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to see how to import a CSV file in MySQL Workbench. So there are multiple ways to import a file in MySQL Workbench. We'll be discussing the three fastest ways that we can import. So we are only using the MySQL Workbench. So we are not using Python plus MySQL Workbench. So you'll be seeing only three ways. So how to import it. So for the first thing is we can import it through the table data import wizard. Through this we can directly create a table, or else if you are already having multiple tables, if you want to insert the data into this, so in such scenario you can directly import it into the existing table, and also you can export if you have data in the table into the CSV format, or in the JSON format. So let's see how to import through the button. And there are two more ways which are you can use the query to import a file. So the first one query is if you have the file in the local machine, so you will be giving the local machine path, file path in the query. So when we execute the query, the system will read, MySQL will read the path and imports the data from the file from the local path machine and to the server, and from the server it will uh, import the data into the table. The second way is if your file is located in the server. So if you are using Linux, uh, so if your file is already available in the server, so you will be giving the a file path which is in the server. So you should make sure that the file is already available in the server. So in the first query scenario, we discussed that from the local file it comes to the server, and from server to it is from the server it will read the data. It will read the import file. So now the location of the file is already available in the server. So now it directly uh, imports the file from the server location. So it is the fastest way to do. So let's see uh, how we can do it with wizard option. So as I said, you can directly import the file through table import wizard when you right click on the tables, or you can also right click on the particular table in which you want to import the data. So I want to create a table and insert the data through an CSV file. So now what I do, so I'll right click on the table, and I can see there are multiple options. You can create a table, you can create table like search table data, and also you have an option called table data import wizard. So when I click on this, a pop-up will be displayed, so you can browse the path. So as where your file is located, so I'll be picking it from the path, choosing the file. Once I click open, so your file location will be captured over here. So next you can see create a new table, use existing table. So if you use existing table, if there is already a table, you can use it, or else you can create a new table. So we are going to create a new table and we are going to insert the file. So we directly got a file, and you already cleaned the data, you analyze the data. Suppose that you want to import into your system, into the database. So in such scenario, you can follow this method. So you can change the name. I just want to remove this years. So I'll keep it in this format. And there is one more option. You can see drop table if exists. You can also choose this. If there is a table already available, so you can drop it and you can recreate it. So I'm not choosing this because there is no such table you can see. So I'm clicking on next, and you can select the field type. So there is year, continent, country, average temperature, CO2 emissions, sea level. There are multiple columns which are already available. So there are multiple data types you can see. So text, big integer, geometry, integer, double, binary, date, time, JSON. So let it be integer, and continents you can change as per your requirement. So I'm clicking on the next, and you can also see you can also preview the data. You can also increase the width of the column, so it will be easy for you to read the column name. And you can also sort the data. So accordingly, so I'm clicking on the next. So post that, if I click on the next, it will execute the following tasks. So I'm clicking on next. So the data is getting imported. Yes, now you can see the both the tasks were performed. So I'm clicking on next. So you can see the message. Uh, this is the table which we created. Table. This is the schema name pe.global underscore climate underscore change underscore data was created with 1200 records imported in it. Okay, I'm finishing. So now we can refresh the table. So once I refresh, I can see there is already a table created. So if I want to see the data, so I can see. So all the data is imported, which is available in our file. So how uh, this is how we can import a file through the option which is available in the table properties. So when you click on this table data import wizard, so you can import a file, give the file location. So from there it will be picking. So this is the easiest way. And the second thing, you can write a query. So we have already created this table. What I'll do, I'll just truncate this table. So now there is no data in the table. So I'll be importing it in a different way. So I'll be writing a query to import the file from the local machine. And we'll discuss each and every line of the query, how it works. So the syntax will be load data local. So we are picking the file from the local machine. So this is the keyword that we need to use. And in file, and we need to give the file path over here. So next, into the table which you're going to insert it into. So I can take this table. So I just double clicked on the table name. So it will be pasted over here. So next, it should be fields terminated by. So I'll be explaining each and every query line before executing it. So next will be optionally enclosed by. So you can understand while reading this query, you can also understand why we are writing this query. So next lines terminated by. and ignore one lines. So this is the query which we need to write. So first I'll fill the path location. So how can we copy it? We'll see. So this is the file. So I'm copying the path. I copied the path and just pasted over here. So I'm removing the double quotes. And now here there is a tricky thing. If you write if you write this single slash, so it reads as a escape character in MySQL. So you need to give the double backward slash. So this is the format how it reads the file location. So this is our file and this is the path. So we entered the path successfully. So now we'll see what is the significance of each and every line we have written in the query. The first line is load data local in file and a path. So what does it do? So it loads the data from a CSV file which is already stored on your computer. So this is so simple. So next into table and table name. So and where it you want to insert the data. So you will be giving a destination source and target. So this is the source and this is the target. So into the target you need to import the data. So later on we have written fields terminated by. So this is like see the I can open the file. I can explain this why we have written in that format. So you can see. So this is the way how we are reading a CSV file. So you can see this is already a tabular format. So why I'm writing this all the termination enclosed by double quotes and uh, lines terminated by n slash, because these are all already it is row wise. So why I'm doing it? So because you are reading in this format, but MySQL doesn't read this in this format. So it will simply this is the data. So this is the data. So how it reads. So MySQL will be reading the data in this format, comma, double quotes, comma. So this is the format how system reads. So we need to make the system understand what we are going to import. So that is why fields terminated by comma means it separates the columns. We are telling the system to columns in the CSV are separated by commas. So you need to read if it is separated by comma, you need to understand that it is a separate column. It is a separate column data. So we are telling the system to understand in that way. So what is optionally enclosed by? So you can see most of the string data and varchar data will be under double quotes. And even the numericals are also on the double quotes in the comma separated value file, nothing but CSV file. So we're saying the data will be in the enclosed file and also lines terminated by backward slash n. So in we are saying each and every this line handles the values that are wrapped in uh, that are maintained in different rows. So we are telling system that every new row, every new line, treat it as a new row in the table. So you can see. So if this is the data in the table in the CSV file. So we are telling it that every new line should be treated as a new row in the database. So what we are thinking, we are seeing it in a Excel format, but system reads it as a text format. So we are telling the system to read it in a proper way. And what is the last line we have written? We have written ignore one lines. We are telling system to ignore the first line because these are the headers. These are the headers and these are the columns in our table which we have created. So this is the understanding of the each and every line of the query which we have written. If you have any queries, you can just comment in the comment section. So I'm just executing the query. So you can see load data local file. So this is the query which I have executed, and this is the message which you got, and it is 1200 records which are imported into the system. So this is how we'll be importing the local file. So how we'll be importing the server level file. So I'll give you the syntax. You can try. So as of now, we don't have any server to explain. Uh, the syntax will be in file and the path. So the path might be different. So it will be like this s.csv. So since this is already available in the server path, the server location, so you can directly give the name path location. What is the path? So into the table and table name. So you can give the table name as same. So I'm giving it as same. And remaining all the queries are lines are same. So this is the fastest way uh, we can do because it is already in the server. In the first scenario, we are bringing the file from the local machine to server and then we are importing. But this is already available in the server. This will be much quicker because now we have imported a very less data. 1200 records are just nothing, but there might be thousands of records, 20, 30, 40 thousands of records, more than that, lakhs of records. So in such scenario, it will be server side will be preferable. So mostly when you work on any organization or any project, mostly it will be a server. So it will be the fastest way rather than from the local machine. So there are few more things which we need to discuss while importing a file into the system. So there you might face there is no file found in the location, something like that, because there might the in file local in file option is not enabled in your MySQL connection. So that's why we'll be getting the issue. So how to reset it? So it will be like set global local underscore in file equal to 1. So before executing the query, before executing this query, make sure your settings are correct. So before this, we will just see whether how what are our variables, what is it set to. So local underscore in file. So we're checking what is it as of now. It should be on. If it is off, in such scenario, we can't execute it. So we'll be getting an error from the database, from the system. So I'll just check it. If it is on, I don't need to execute the query. I don't need to set it to 1. So if it is off, then I need to set it. So in my scenario, it is on. So I don't need to set. If it is off, then we need to execute this query. Set global local underscore in file equal to 1. So this is today's topic. Thank you so much for watching the video.